Welcome back to Olive Nkiroti Rebranded. First of all, before I start this video, I really wanted to send my condolences to all the families that have lost their beloved ones on the Ethiopian flight on the 10th of March. And I'm truly sorry, and you guys are in my prayers and in my thoughts. And yeah, when this happened, I just sort of reminisced and sort of remembered the days I was training to be a pilot, and I thought I'd come to my channel, be a bit vulnerable, and share with you guys the 5 things that I learned as a pilot. It might not have been the longest flying years for any pilot, but I cherish and I appreciate heartily that period in my life, because not only did I learn a lot about myself, I learned a lot about the air and machines and pretty much flying. So in today's video, guys, I will share with you the 5 things I learned as a pilot. And if this is something you're interested to know, what did Olive pick up, what did Olive learn in her process of training to get a pilot license, then watch this video. On September 17th, 2013, I remember clearly the afternoon of that day, because that's the first day I entered my flying class at Skylink Flight Services along Langata Road on Wilson Airport. Yo, you people, the hustle and bustle, considering I lived in Thika Road and then I had to go early in the morning to reach Langata Road for flying, you know, having to wake up quite early in the morning to commute to and fro. The fact that it's a very male-dominated career, and I remember in our class we were countable females. And fast forward to 2014, your girl got her first private pilot license, or rather first license in aviation. I passed my exams very well. I did my flight exam. I was so happy. So now to kickstart the video, I'm going to briefly just say 5 things that I learned in flying school. I hope I inspire one of you, I hope I inspire many of you, and I hope you guys embrace the things that I learned, probably use them in your life as well. So to kickstart the video, my first lesson was that patience will humble you. The hardest thing for me was landing. You guys, landing a plane is no joke. I would see people land successfully and I wasn't. I would see people get promoted to their solo flights and I wasn't, and it used to hurt me, and I'm like, yo, why can't I just seem to get this landing thing in order? And the patience to believe that your pace is different from everyone's pace and to keep at it, repeating the circuits, patience to learn landing, patience to accept your mistakes. You people, the patience in flying is unbelievable. It's unexplainable. The second thing I learned being a pilot is discipline and more discipline. And if you don't have discipline, forget about doing flight. Discipline in the sense that you have to do your pre-flight checks every time. Discipline to keep learning and revising and reading for exams, and even just for your basic knowledge. Discipline to always listen to your instructor regardless of how many times you want to tell him, but I think discipline and constant discipline to always carry a checklist and to always follow the manual, discipline to always listen to the control tower and what they're saying. So much discipline is in the flying career, because honestly, you guys know that you really can't fool around when you're in the air. You have to be disciplined. The times you don't feel like doing it, you just have discipline and you know you still have to do it. The discipline even for your medicals, for your health checks, and so many pilots can attest to this. Every time you're about to go to your medicals, you're like, I hope there's nothing wrong with me, because again, that is also a factor with your flying that can affect your flying. This is, I think, by far the most amazing lesson, or rather thing that I learned in flying. And number 3 is courage. The courage you get from flying, like honestly, you have the courage to even dodge a bullet. I left flying school knowing I can do anything, because if I took a plane out of the ground and took off and went around the airspace and landed, please tell me, what can't I do? So it peels off this mask of fear inside you. It peels off this mask of I can't do it. You have courage to literally face anything. I remember one of my instructors, we used to do the G-forces, you know, like and then those things are quite and then we used to do the low levels, and used to do the steep turns, and then we used to do the touch and goes, and then we used to do night flying, and yo, every single thing is just like, I remember when we used to learn the stalling, and we used to learn engine failure. How would you react? How would you land your plane if your engine failed? Flying taught me courage, and it made me face so many things. I've been able to try out many things from my previous university. I've been able to try out YouTube. I've been able to, really nothing can faze me as such, because honestly, I can fly a plane. My fourth tip is willpower and dedication are your best friends. The amount of dedication you have in flying, and let me give you an example. You're a new amateur pilot, you begin your flying classes, you start the grounds, you finish the grounds, you're like, okay, now I've gotten this, whereby everything you learned in class you have to apply it in the aircraft. Learn how to take off, you do the, you know how to taxi, you know how to maneuver with the aircraft. Now you learn circuit training, the turns and the landing and the flaps, how you operate. Everything with flying is like a milestone. Like I would finish one thing and I'm like, whew, and I look up and I like have like 100 steps to go. So you think you learn landing only? There is more to landing. You have to learn how to land in a crosswind, funny type of airstrips and runways, and when you continue, you move from a single engine to a multi-engine to a twin turboprop to a jet engine to an airline. And it gives, it's a milestone, and every single thing you accomplish is definitely a lot of dedication. But if I start something, I am dedicated. I'm gonna do it, and I'm going to keep doing it, even if I'm not seeing results, even if I'm not seeing it working. There's just that urge to keep doing, to keep going. No one is really born to be a pilot. It just takes a lot of practice and hard work. So, and you can apply this to anything you want to accomplish. No one is born a YouTuber. No one is born successful. No one is born, okay, maybe rich, but no one is really born knowing all these things. It's up to you and how you decide to take your life. So yeah, and my last final tip that I learned from being a pilot is planning is a priority. You know that thing they say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail? I remember every time I used to prepare for a long flight, we used to say cross country. Either it's Mombasa, Malindi, Magadi, and the likes. In flying, it's aviate, navigate, and communicate. I still remember, but anyway, in flying, you can't just take off with a plane and just go. You have to plan how many passengers are you carrying? Does it have enough fuel for the trip you're about to take? Is the weight balanced to the aircraft? You don't want to carry so much stuff and then you take off and you finish the whole runway and you're still not taking off. There's a lot of planning involved. For me personally, I remember even radio communications, because the frequencies were so many. I used to write all that down. I'm like, yo, this is too much. I just write them down. Even sometimes what I need to say, because as I said, you have to aviate, yeah, you have to navigate, and you have to communicate. So aviate is you knowing how to fly that aircraft. Navigate is you knowing your way around the airspace. And communicate, because you have to keep communicating to your fellow pilots in the airspace and also to the control tower. So yeah, a lot of planning, and I think I appreciate that because I've also seen it in myself with YouTube. I have to plan my content. Sometimes if the video needs a lot of information, I have to write a script. Sometimes I just can't wake up and be like, I'm gonna do this. Nah, you appreciate the planning process because it helps you achieve so much more and in a very shorter time because you already planned it out. Those are the 5 things I learned as a pilot. Thank you so much, Skyline Flight Services, for the opportunity to fly. It was amazing, and you guys, I am going back to fly. I will not tell you when, but I am definitely going to fly. It is a very wonderful experience. I hope I'm giving you 5 things that you would also employ in your life, and most of all, please comment down below your flying experience. If it was rosy, if the landing was rough, if you haven't flown. Also share with me what you think your first flying experience would be like. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and even subscribe for more amazing content. Just go ahead and push the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I drop a video. But yeah guys, just wanted to bring you in something a bit more close and a bit more personal. I hope you did enjoy, and let's not forget that I have a Facebook group, Entrepreneur Kings and Queens, and if you really want to network with like-minded people as myself, please do join. We also celebrate your wins, we also cry with you, so do join and have a place to call home. Also, you can follow me on all social media platforms, mostly active on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, Olive Nkirote or Olive_Nkirote. It was lovely having you on this video. Don't forget to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Bye.